Hey, what's going on, guys? So I really wanted to talk about a kind of neat thing that happened in the area near me in here in Maryland, and that is the local play game convention. I don't know if you want to call it a game convention or like a meetup. It's a little bit of a hybrid, but basically a store that I've done a video on in the past that I really like called I Got Next set up something just for us in this area. If you live kind of in the area in between Baltimore and DC, part of Maryland, there really isn't much for conventions literally right here. I mean, there's conventions around us. There's stuff to the north, there's stuff in DC, but there's nothing really like right here. So I Got Next set this thing up, and man, I tell you what, I didn't really have any expectations, and because of that, I was like really blown away. Now, I'm not saying I didn't have expectations because like I Got Next, I feared they were going to put on something shoddy, but I didn't really have any expectations because it's the first time something like this has happened out here. It's their first time setting up something like this, and it was completely free. I mean, like, I've gone to so many conventions where, you kind of run the whole, kind of system of maybe this one's cheap, maybe this one's way too expensive. I mean, that's why I don't go to certain conventions anymore, because I'm not trying to pay $60-$70 a day just to get in. Because, I mean, that means that you need to make $60-$70 worth of deals before anything starts. But this convention or meetup, whatever you want to call it, was, in my mind, really cool. As you can see, I'm walking around right now. I want to just kind of show you the overall kind of spread. It was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, it wasn't like massive, obviously, but it was a really cool meetup. But one thing that they really did here, and I always like to highlight this in my, quote unquote convention videos, is a lot of really awesome stuff made by you guys, people, out there. So I want to kind of highlight them, show what's going on, and also my friend and I ended up getting some really cool pickups. So let's just kind of check this little thing out. So because this thing was a little bit smaller, I'm going to spend probably way more time going over this homemade stuff than I normally do. Usually I just kind of like breeze by it, but this was a major part of this, and I really want to give some shout outs to these guys. So here's the kind of first booth of neat stuff. This person makes these stuffed animals, these plushies, and also makes these cloaks. They're really cool, and if you're from this area, we have a really big Renaissance fair once a year, and I'll tell you what, these cloaks would be an awesome addition if that's something that you frequent. So this booth was really neat. It was all about crocheting and stuff, and that's a skill that's way beyond me, but I loved the bombs. The Goombas were kind of Goomby, which is cool and all, but I loved the bombs. I thought that the stuff that this person made was really neat, really cool. And yeah, I mean, I don't have the patience to learn a skill like this, but when you see stuff like this out there, sometimes you just gotta grab it. Okay, this was, to me, hilarious. This guy, he's a cool dude. He, really nice guy, actually. He made this comic book, this new hero, Number 2 Pencil Man, and he had his merch here at the convention. So he had a couple versions of his comic. He had some stickers and things, but also he had the full outfit. You have to check this out.
Well.
Yeah.
That's I'm here to erase evil and draw on a brighter new day for everybody. That's the Number 2 Pencil Man way.
Nice.
Now, I've seen these at different conventions, but I always think they're pretty cool. It's like these little, like, terrarium things. They're just really cool. I really like the ones that are shaped like a Pokeball and have a Pokemon in them. But this one, usually that's what you only see. And this person had a bunch of really cool different stuff. So it's really neat to see something like this. I also like that they kind of had, like, snow globes, too. If your neck or back is hurting, these guys got you covered. They have these really cool, like, anime and video game themed, like microwavable heat packs and neck pillows. It's just really cool. They had some really nice fabrics. They also made some jewelry. Just a really neat thing to check out, and another really cool booth I stopped by. This person made these plushes all by hand, and they are really, really high quality. It's cool because she kind of did like a combination of, I think she uses like a machine to get the details, like the eyes and mouth and stuff, but then makes the plushies after the fact. Out of that material. Really cool. It's something that I don't have the patience for, but once again, very awesome stuff. I'm glad to see stuff like this out here. So I see perler art people at conventions all the time, but this dude had it going on. This is, it's hard for me to see new stuff, but this was a cool one. First off, I did buy something. I got myself a Dark Knight Cecil. That's my favorite character. But this person is cool in that they go to like Goodwill stores and they buy like crazy art pictures, paintings, like backgrounds, and then they put the perlers in them to make like a full-on art piece. I did speak with him, and he said that he was running low on art from stores, so he started painting the backgrounds himself. So it's really neat. You have a painted background with a perler pixel art character on it. The detail is amazing, and it's hard for me to see stuff I haven't seen before, and I'm really glad to see something so cool and unique. Now, I almost did not stop by this booth to film anything because I thought that they bought this stuff. But this is 3D printed from them. I mean, that's how good the quality was. Kind of from a distance, I looked over. I was like, oh, that's just some joker selling stuff. But no, all this stuff was made by them. It is super cool. Just the detail is amazing and the theming is on point. Really, really great for this convention. But once things got underway, the crowds were huge. I mean, you were shoulder to shoulder in this place. I think next year or during the next go round, they may need a bigger spot because there was a lot of people. And like this footage I'm taking right here is not any time like, like right at the beginning. This was kind of a couple hours in. They had all sorts of stuff though. Besides the stuff that I showed off, of course, they had a lot of vendors with video games and consoles and all sorts of cool stuff like that. They also had Pokemon cards. I don't know much about that scene, but they had a bunch of Pokemon cards, graded, ungraded. It was really just a great time. But once again, I really enjoyed myself. And without further ado, I want to show you the pickups that me and my friend got. So I'm going to show all the stuff that was gotten between me and my friend on this trip. So some of the stuff's his, some of the stuff's mine. This is really cool. This is like a actual official Nintendo pillow from Japan for Mario Kart. So it had Mario Kart and then Yoshi with a motorcycle on the back. This is a demo disc. This one is one of my purchases because I have the demo disc for 2 but not for 1. And then this Onimusha behind the scenes demo disc thing is pretty cool. I'm going to come back to this because we have questions on it. But these are actually 2 purchases for me. Xenosaga 3 Guide and the Threads of Fate Guide. Got monster deals on both of them. I have the Xenosaga 2 and 1 guide, so this completes my set. Little Big Planet Trilogy, another big deal for bundling and getting all of those. But this thing is crazy. We don't know anything about it, except for the fact that supposedly it's very, very rare. We got it, obviously, all these games with the cards on them were from the same place, so we did a bundle deal and got a really monster deal on everything. But we're going to do some research on this one because we don't know much about it. But apparently it was a full retail kind of demo game that was never actually released. And it has the original case and the original SKU number on the bottom. Like, apparently this thing potentially could be a holy grail. We don't know, but we're going to do a little bit more research and maybe do a video on it in the future. If any of you guys happen to know anything about this, though, like, let me know in the comments, because anywhere to help the start of this would be very great. But yeah, I mean, this was a really cool thing. This was a really awesome event. I hope they do it again. I would... if that's the case, I'm definitely going to be there no matter what. But it was a great time, really cool stuff. Next, be on the lookout. Go to I Got Next. Maybe talk to them. See what the plan is. I know I'm going to see what the plan is. And when I find out, I'll let you guys know for sure. But hey, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you got to go to this, tell me what you think. Because I was there for a couple hours. It was really neat. But that was just my stuff. I got some really cool pickups, some really rare things. So, yeah, I mean, for me, overall, 10 out of 10 would go again.